What's up?
We're just going for the BK Rush raffle. It is Mike Matthews. Mike Matthew. Or you guys want to take it?
Sorry, guys. Just about to bring up the comments. We are just getting underway here. Machine versus Q number 1 Buds, Advanced Division. And we are good. Welcome back, everybody. Again, we are live out of the Convention Center here in Nanaimo, BC for the CCS Vancouver Island Championships. A-side match, the Machine versus Q number 1 Buds, just underway. So Blair up for Q1 Buds on the left table. We have Mark Downey for the Machine on the right table. This is going to be some really good pool, so if you are just tuning in, help me out and share it up. May have to adjust the out pattern here. Take 2 to the 5. Then 6, 7, 4, 8 ball. But again, will depend on the angles that Mark has here. Nice shot. So we actually played Blair and Q1 Buds this morning, actually. Was it this morning that we played? Or was that in 9 ball? Can't remember. But Blair had, oh no, it was last night. Blair had 3 runouts. They shot extremely well when we played them. Left himself a little bit tough here. So I think on Mark's table, definitely adjusted the out pattern. So 5 ball, 6, 7, 8 into the same pocket as the 5 ball. Oh, might have overcooked that a little bit. Came off really live off that back rail. Good afternoon, Scott. And Noella, how are you? Scott, thanks for sharing, buddy. I am going to put my jacket on. It is really cold in here this morning, or this afternoon. Nice shot, Mark. And as they say, no good shot goes unpunished. Mark's sitting really tough on this 8-ball. So Ben up on the left-hand table for the machine. Mark's going to go get the short stick. So obviously the 11 does pass that 8-ball to the top right-hand corner here. I'd imagine he'll play out for 13. Doesn't want straight on it. May have a little bit of angle, come off the end rail, back up for 15 ball, bottom right-hand corner. May elect to draw and slide over. The draw and slide it is. And can do this really two ways forward with right-hand spin, 2 rails back, or draw for 1 rail. Just like that. Really nice out. So again, these guys are playing on 3 tables. Jeremiah Hampton is up on the other table that you don't get to see on the stream. He is playing for the machine. He is playing against Gary. So good news, bad news for Mark there. I'm pretty sure he made the hit on the 8-ball, but left it tough. There's a lot of distance between that cue ball, 10-ball. Cut that into the top left-hand corner. He could play optionally as a safe here. I just don't like my opponent coming back to the table with a free shot at the 8-ball, even on a kick shot. Typically, those are where, where my opponent will make that kick 99 out of 100 times. He was looking at chipping off the 11 to hide behind that group down there, the 9, 13, 12. I kind of think this is one of those situations you got to try to kick the front door down, shoot this 10-ball in, and if you just play that angle, you'll get down for that cluster down there, the 9, 12, 13. Hey Gary, thanks for tuning in again. Oh, bad rub. Bad rub off the top of the 12-ball, scratches and gives up the game. So the machine taking a 2-0 lead. Oh, I didn't see what happened in Jeremiah's game.
He scratched and then gave it to...
No, in Jeremiah's.
Oh, in the far one?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I didn't either. So Jeremiah must have got out on his table, sitting 3-0 for the machine over Q1 Buds. And the left-hand table's looking a little bit tough here too. There's definitely some work to be done. If he's shooting those low balls, 3 goes, break out on the 2-ball. Over hit that a little bit. And I know the 5 will cut to the left hand, but I don't know by cutting that, are you gonna make the 8 to the right-hand corner? Unpacking from Fiji. I'd say welcome home, but by the sounds of it, I'm pretty sure you're the same as I am. I would prefer being back in Fiji, although I wasn't in Fiji. So being back there is only applicable to you, buddy. It's one spot that I've never been. Would love to go. All right, so on the right-hand table, we have Mark Downey at the table scratched on the break. That brings Blair to the table. On the table that is not on the live stream, it is Russ Whittle at the table playing for the machine. I can kind of tell you on Russ's table, there is definitely some work to do there. Not an easy out for sure. Left-hand table is Danny Gombach. And I know I'm sounding biased because I know the players from the machine, they are from Calgary. Obviously, that's where we're based out of, so I know all of these players on the machine really well. Players on Q1 Buds, I know Blair, met him last year. Obviously, Gary Sun, well-known name in BC. But I can say all the players on both teams know how to hold a cue. They definitely know what they're doing. So not sure if the 15 passes the, or the 13 passes the 15 into the side pocket. I think we're about to find out. Ideally, you'd like to take the 13 side pocket, 15 side pocket, 11 to the top right. Play last pocket with the 8 ball, it being deposited to the top right as well. And I'll tell you, is it ever cold in here this morning? I'm sitting, I think, right under the air conditioning unit. So I'm getting this nice cold air blowing down on me here. So obviously 13 did not go past. So played a nice shot to get the right angle on the 11. 11 to the top right, roll up. 13 left-hand side pocket, 8 ball top right. And with Blair being high ball on his table, looking like he can put Q1 Buds on the board here. Shoot the gap between the 1 and 6. Beautiful shot. Really well done. So 10 ball to the side. He's going to do the 11 to the corner first. So 11 to the top right, 10 to the bottom right. I think it's the 15 ball sitting there. That'll go to the top left-hand corner. 8 to the top right. Danny won that one, so machine up 4-0. So Blair looking good on the right-hand table to get out here. Put Q1 Buds on the board. Absolutely, Gary. The machine is Ben's team, or Ben is on the machine as a team. Did Blair get there? He looks a little bit hampered by that 3 ball. Russ makes a really, really nice out on the unstreamed table to go up 5-0. Mr. Hampton to grip it and rip it on the left table. I think that's the second. Oh no, it was Mark Downey that scratched on his break. Jeremiah scratches on his. Nice shot to break out that little bit of a cluster. That leaves Mark sitting pretty. So I think 7-2-3. Hey? It is a sweet start, says Mr. Ben Francis. Yeah. That is the way the machine typically likes to start. Get down to work. Yeah. Nice shot on the left to break that 3. Gets a nice little rub. Puts the 3 to the bottom right-hand corner on the left table. I do believe he's got the angle to sit there for the 1 ball as well. And I was just told this is actually the A-side final. BJ Fox, how are you? This is not Ben, it's Grant. Ben is actually playing on the machine. But the weather here is actually really nice. Last year when we were here, it was nothing but clouds and rain and kind of gloomy. Sun is out, has been out for a couple of days now. Probably sitting by mid-afternoon, I would say around 6 or 7 degrees with the sun shining, so not bad at all. And looking good on the left table to get out and put Q1 Buds on the board. Almost overdrew that. He may have to just roll up and take this cut on the 8. I don't know if he can draw that back to play the 8 into the same pocket. That would be ideal. Oh, great shot. Really nice shot. Well done on the left table. Mark gets out on the other stream table. Q1 Buds on the board. On the unstreamed table, these guys are playing on 3 tables. Unstreamed table, Gary is up for Q1 Buds. His opponent is Danny Gombach. Yeah, Gary, it'll help the cause on anybody to be given the back door. And you can't give the machine too many back doors. They will definitely make you pay for those. And really anybody. So, I mean, anybody that plays in this advanced division, you give them the back door, they are going to make you pay. So again, we are on final day of our broadcast here. Again, we are out of the convention center here in Nanaimo, BC for the CCS Vancouver Island Championships. Year 2 for us. Ben goes with the second ball break. And it is rare to see that cue ball kind of go all the way through, back across the table, go untouched to scratch into the one of the top corners. It's not a rare or not a common thing to have happen. I heard it was really cold there yesterday. Not only cold, but you got a little dump of snow. Although I've heard the weather this week is supposed to get back up, plus 10s. No more snow for a little bit. At least I'm hoping so, because when I get back, I got some work to do. Mr. Whittle up with the break on the right-hand table, makes a ball on the break, and wow, sitting really, really pretty. 9-ball side pocket for the starter. From there, it's pretty much shooter's choice. I'd probably say he's going to do the 11, draw over for the 10. And from there, it'll be like shooting fish in a barrel. Nope. He won't have the angle on 11 now to draw for the 10. So 12-ball top left. May have to stick around for the 15 or could draw and go for the 11 and 10 ball now. Does he have the angle on 11 to get there? Oh, wow. Left-hand table. They are only allowed to play on the left side of the table with exception to 2 balls. Really nice shot from Russ there. That'll give him some nice angle on this 10 ball. Be able to take the 15 to the top right, 14 to the left middle, 8 to the top left. Mr. Francis at the table for the machine on the left side. Needed to drift over a little bit more on that, so 14 ball first. Yeah, definitely close to freezing for sure. However, nice adjustment in the out pattern from Russ. 8 is going top left-hand corner. And on the unstreamed table, Danny gone back now at the table. Still a little bit of work to do on Danny's table. Must be cold. I keep freezing up a bit. Nathan, if it's doing that, back out of Facebook and go back in again. Unless that's happening for everybody. But the upload speed that we have here is phenomenal. Shouldn't be freezing up at all. Cody, how are you? Gotta get by that too. Under hit. Under hit. The one spot on the table that Ben doesn't want to be is where he's at. So he may elect to actually jump this 13. Although Ben is, he's been a kicking machine in this tournament. He's kicked a lot of balls in. So if he does kick at this, he'll try to put this 13 to the top right. That'll give him position on the 8 if he makes it. All right, so Ben gonna give a backdoor. Blair miscues on the break. On the right-hand table, gives up the break to Jeremiah.
Danny got that one.
Oh, Danny got it? 8-1. Danny takes the win on the right-hand table. Sorry, on the unstreamed right-hand table. And on the left-hand table, like shooting fish in a barrel, this should be a fairly easy out here. Holy Cody, hopefully he is recovering well from that. We did talk about that, Kevin. You're giving away our secrets. And how are you, Terry from Texas? Thanks for tuning in. We have talked about it, not put the deal together quite yet, but we're anticipating that that will happen fairly soon. June gets out. Reclaims a game for Q1 Buds. Blair also looking really, really good here. Little bit angly here on the next shot. Take the 2 ball to the bottom left. Stick around for the 5 to the right-hand side pocket. Off of a rail. 1 ball down to the bottom right. 7 to the bottom left. 8 to the top left. Could elect to go forward here too, I guess, off this 2 ball, take out the 7 right away. If you go 2 ball forward, 7 to the bottom right, gives you a nice little angle for the 5 to the side, then 1, and then the 8 ball. But we'll see which way he decides to go. Yeah, it looks like he is choosing the 5 first, 5 to the side, stick around for the 1 to the bottom right. Might draw in. Create a little bit of separation for them. Great shot. Really well executed. Nice little pocket weight shot. And really shooter's choice. You can go in behind the 12-15 or on top, so long as you go about 3/4 or half table. Perfect shot. Q1 Buds not going away without a fight. Nice break and run from Blair there. So Danny Gombach on the unstreamed table is at the table right now. But there is some work to do. I'll kind of try to describe it. The 8 is sitting in the bottom left-hand corner. 11 and 15 are both around that same pocket. So he's going to try to get 11 off the 8 ball. Sitting in pretty good position right now to take that. So we've got Ben Francis coming up in the middle table, and I think it's Paul. It is Paul. Paul's up for Q1 Buds right now. No troubles at all there, Kevin. Not a bad little break from Paul there. A little bit of work to do, but not overly terrible. Starter is a little bit tough. Probably for me, I'm taking 11 to the right-hand side pocket. Tries to take the 15 instead. Would have had a nice shot on the 13. However, that is going to leave Ben Francis coming to the table. Backdoor opportunity with really everything having a home. Hey, you bet. Thanks, Cody. Thanks for tuning in, bud. Russ Whittle at the table on the left-hand side. Again, really nothing hampered. More a situation of control the cue ball. Did not want the 8 stuck there, that's for sure. Control that cue ball. Mr. Neal, how are you? Thanks, Cody. No red jacket today, Teresa. I am a dog fella. That's for sure, Teresa. So it'll be interesting to see how Russ kind of plays out of here. Now, do you do that same shot? So on the 13 ball, draw, hit the 5 ball out of the way, so at least the 11 will go into the right-hand pocket and position on the 14. Oh, right around. The 11 must go. I didn't think the 11 passed the 5 ball. The dog whisperer. It's just my monotone voice. That's what does it. Although I will say, usually I'm not monotone, I don't think, except when I'm tired. When I'm tired, I don't really do a whole lot of voice inflections. All in all, not bad from Ben there, given the position of the 8 ball. Really had to get on to this side of the table for the bank 8 shape. And that's how it's done. What a bank shot. Wow. Crazy. What a nice bank shot. That depends on what type of dog it is, Teresa. If anybody was tuned in that's viewing now, when we had Arden on, she just got a really beautiful Siberian Husky puppy. Got to meet her last night, and wow, what a dog. Absolutely amazing. If Steph was here, she would probably steal that dog because it's pretty amazing. I didn't get to see what happened on the left-hand table there. I can only assume that Russ got out. So I believe it puts the machine at 10. 10-3. Just got the updated score here, guys. 10-4. Oh, nice pit bull boxer mix. Don't tell Steph that, because then we would definitely be stealing that. Beautiful dog. All right, so on the stream table's left-hand table is Russ Whittle playing for the machine. Danny Gombach on the right-hand table also playing for the machine. On the unstreamed table, Mark Downey also for the machine. All three machine players at the table. Mark's table not looking too bad. Danny's table also looking really good. Russ's table, with the exception of, I don't know if he shot or not. But low ball's looking not too bad if he could get on one. It does have the 4 ball, or sorry, the 2 ball. But then he's got to worry about the cluster 3-5 deuce. 6 goes past the 8 if he chooses low ball. And looks like he is going to do it. A Rottweiler puppy, nice. They are doing really well in this, Tim. A lot of it has been, like Ben said, at this skill level, you can't really leave the open back doors. And the machine are the type of players that if you give an inch, they will make you pay. And that's kind of what we've seen. Where when we played Q #1 Buds, they played extremely well. Lots of run-outs and so on and so forth. So in the CCS League, when you first start, it's really divided into 3, A, B, and C. So you would come in as a C player, and you just kind of graduate up the ranks. So the A players are the top players around, and some of the players on these teams, I'll tell you, they're not just advanced. Some of these guys, if they really, really wanted to, could probably go play on the pro circuit. Didn't see what happened on the left table there. Russ must have missed that 2 to the corner. Well, now they're going to leave the back door. Now the question is, does the 5 still go? It will go. You got to watch the weight on that shot, but it will go. Gonna have to go rail first and kind of slop it in, but it will definitely go. Great shot. Really well done there. Leaves himself the cut on the 4 to the side pocket. May play off whatever ball that is. I think it's the 13 ball. And just play straight through it. Oh, played to the inside. All right, so it does leave Mr. Whittle now a chance back at the table. That being said, the 14 ball kind of stuck in the mud over there. Everything else has a home, but 14 is kind of stuck in the mud. He'll have the chance to break that out with the 12 ball, 13 ball. I think Q1 Buds won it in the middle. I didn't see what happened with Danny there. Sorry? 10-5? Oh, wow. What a nice pick from Russ there. Great shot. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mental battle, right? When you're playing in the advance, you can't take anything away from Q1 buds. I mean, every player on their team knows how to wield a Q. So that being said, when you do come up against a team like the Machine, you're going to do it one of two ways. You're going to play timid, which is the softer breaks, and try to pick away at it. The other option is to try to kick down the front door and run with them. And I think that's what we're seeing here. Is they're trying to run with the Machine. Sometimes that works. Sometimes you kind of catch a team like the Machine kind of falling asleep at the start. The bad side of trying to do that and kick down the front door and run with them is if you don't get out and you leave the back door, they're definitely going to make you pay for it. Brenda, how are you? Yeah, Sharon, happens quick, especially guys like the Machine and Q1 buds. They know how to hold their Qs. They've played this game a time or two. And did not see how Russ missed that 10 ball. So handing the table back. Two ways to run it. He's looking at cutting, but again, you got to control the white ball here. Nice little shot. I agree, Tim. There is a certain strategy that goes with playing, especially when you're playing guys like this. Wow. Ben makes a ridiculous bank and comes out smelling like a rose. He hit that really well and got rewarded for it. Typically, you don't see that, where normally no shot or no good shot goes unpunished. Ben got rewarded for it. See if he can hit the little window. I think he's got the window. But Q1 buds not going away yet. 11-6. I missed the game somewhere. Whoops.
Tricky with 3 tables.
Really tricky with 3 tables and 1 commentator and trying to watch the 2 that are streamed plus all the comments. So yeah, a little bit tricky. So Ben did get there, but drew himself into a tough spot. So I think you can play, well, let me look at the angle a little bit better. He is calling the bank shot. Is he going to play that off the 2? Or just try to straight bank? I think he's going to try to play this off the 2. Nice effort. Nice effort. I'll tell you what, Q1 buds are not going away. I love to see it. I love to see the heart of a team. Typically, you're up against a tough opponent like the Machine. They're sitting at 11. You're sitting at 6. Sometimes you see people kind of fold in those scenarios. But I love to see the heart of a team. And they're showing it. They're not giving up. Dallas, I'm not even going to respond to you, buddy. There is no Mr. Rogers here. Yeah, and he created 2 problems by doing that. 3-7 tied up. 3 ball does go to the right hand. 6, I think it's the 2 ball sitting there. 6. Nope, it's 6-4 ball sitting there. This is the A final, Sharon. So neither one of these guys are playing for their life. However, The hot seat is what the goal is. Always win that A side. That gives you 2 lives typically. Sometimes, depending on the tournament, it is still a single race, but in this event, it is a true double dip if it comes down to it. I have a ban button, Dallas. Just kidding, buddy. I can't believe I got that comparison. What a great shot. What a great shot from Gary. Takes care of one of the clusters right away. Really well done. On the left-hand table, we have Jeremiah Hampton playing for the machine. Could potentially put him on the hill. On the unstreamed third table that they're playing on, Mark Downey is at the table. So if Mark can get out and Jeremiah get out, that will be the match. Now the question is, does the 11 pass the 8 ball, and does 13 pass the 3? Yeah, there is definitely something to be said for that, Gary, too. You go to the B side, and if you come back through to face your opponents, typically you're on fire. Typically you're shooting pretty well. Whereas 9 out of 10 times the winners of the A side, they get to sit and wait for a bit. So the machine is on the hill. Mark Downey is at the table for the machine, looking pretty much like shooting fish in a barrel. He's got the 3 ball, 8 ball left, 3 to the top left, 8 ball to the top right, more or less just a stun shot to take the match. And they give it up. Machine comes out victorious. They are the A side winners. They win the hot seat. Q1 Buds will go to the B side and battle their way back. Kind of think that this may be a preview of the finals to come. That would be my my guess, is this is going to be a rematch once Q1 Buds come back. So appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. We will be back with the next match. We'll do a quick shutdown right now. We'll be back whenever that match is ready to go. If you haven't done so already, make sure you go on, click that like button. That way when we come back live, you'll be able to tune in again. So appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be back. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you in a few.